Hey there, Skullheads. Man, did I get an exciting package today. I've been waiting for this one for quite a while. What kind of channel is this, you ask? Isn't it a gaming channel? Well, yes, it's also an entertainment channel, mostly about anything medieval. And that includes some books, such as my favorite book. Now stop asking silly questions! Is that lined up? Perfect, right there. Yeah. I've been waiting for this one for a long time. And to open this, I'm gonna need my special gloves. Haha, can't get fingerprints on this stuff after all. Voila. All right, let's get into this. A blade of sharpened steel, forged in the fires of the Glacier Mountains, endowed with the power of Gaia, who kissed it on the moons of Parishna. At least that's what the seller on Amazon says. This is my favorite book. Well, this is my second favorite book ever. Now, I reveal to you The Hobbit Deluxe Edition, illustrated by Alan Lee. So Folio Society released a version that had all these extra drawings, and I'm praying that this is the same version. The one on Folio Society was like $600. This one was still expensive, but not that expensive. I'd been waiting a while. I have the Lord of the Rings versions, which I will pop out soon, that were also made, so this will look very nice next to it. I keep this part or throw it into the trash? Don't know if I kept mine from the Lord of the Rings one or not. Oh wow, there you go. It's not even glued, just static. The Hobbit, illustrated by Alan Lee, Bilbo Baggins. My son hates the name Bilbo Baggins. Little tip, if you're gonna read to your kids your favorite book, wait until they're old enough. Otherwise, they're not ready to experience its gloriousness because they're too young. Their brains aren't fully developed yet. They're gonna hate it. Every time my son hears the name Bilbo Baggins now, because I try to force this down his 5-year-old or 4-year-old mind, he cringes. He hates it. Very sad. I don't know if he'll ever like The Hobbit now. Anyways. Tight squeeze. Look at that. Inside I can see there's some painting, light interior work, which is pretty vague looking. On the front, we have Bilbo's Trolls. Oh, look, a little postcard, Bilbo's Trolls. Of course, we get a map, just like we did last time. I actually prefer the map to be in the pages, because this foldable map is like, I mean, I'm not gonna whip that out while I'm reading. I just want to reference it real quick. So, kind of a bummer when I read through Lord of the Rings. It's like I don't have a quick ref, but it is a collector's edition. Not really one you read on the go, even though that is what I do. What else is in here? Oh, the Mirkwood map. Anyways, the main thing I'm looking for here is, as in the Folio Society edition, it's not just a few images that Alan Lee has done. It's actually like these, I'll show on the screen. So let's open it up and see if it is indeed complete with that. I don't see any yet. Yes, it is. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. That beautiful stuff. I love it. I love it. Wow. It is complete. I mean, maybe the other Alan Lee non-special edition had those too. I'm not sure. All I can write, yeah, one of these sketches. The Lord of the Rings one, as far as I can tell, doesn't have that extra little bit. It's just like a handful of paintings. This is it. This is the Folio Society one for a third of the price. Oh my goodness. It's gorgeous. I don't care if this is a collector's edition. Like, I'm reading it, man. I don't just put stuff on the shelf to not read. This is my favorite book. I've read it more than once. I'm gonna read it again. It's like an annual read, man. Let's go to the very end. All right, this is our last Alan Lee painting. I will say my favorite Lord of the Rings artist, no offense, is, what's his name? Jonathan Howe. Man, he had some bangers. Alan Lee is really good too. Both of them worked on the movies, doing concept art. That was such a cool surprise when I found out they were working on the movie. I was like, oh my. As a kid, I would just gush over their artwork. And then to find out like, yeah, we're working on the movies. Oh, look at that. The City of Dale, Attack of Smog. It's Smog, man, it's not Smaug. I don't care what Tolkien says. I say things how I want. Beautiful butterfly. I love it. Look at these little sketches. I don't know what it is about them that just makes me so happy. Here's some green text. Oh, this is probably my favorite part when they're in Mirkwood and they get captured by the spiders. Even just going in Mirkwood, the way Tolkien writes it, so immersive and creepy. The dude's basically like a horror writer, to be honest. His books are scary. Well, I feel like The Hobbit was scarier. No, the Dark Riders in Lord of the Rings were scary. They're awesome. Oh, yeah, this part, that painting actually evokes this moment in the book very well. The movie did an okay job of Mirkwood too. I did like that the forest was, had it's bigger than life. It was a set, which I think was good for this case because Mirkwood, there's no real forest in real life like it. Look at that. Oh, this is a real treasure. Oh, look at that one, the eagles, and they're on top of the mountain. All these paintings are very like wide shot. Not a lot of close-ups of characters, so I think obviously that's where Alan kind of thrives. The sketches are a bit more, you get more detail to people, but like I'm not getting any close-ups of Gandalf in these paintings. There's some more character detail here. Oh man, I cannot wait to read this again. Riddles in the dark. Riddles in the dark. Out of the frying pan into the fire, so good. Oh, there's our golem. One thing that I'll show you in my other book though, like these bookmark tags just fray. Like it's already, I haven't even like started reading, but that's just gonna start tearing away. So I put a piece of tape on my other one, but I mean, I don't know, kind of lame. Maybe all you book guys can tell me a better way to take care of this. I don't collect a lot of books. Oh my gosh, I love the sketches. It's very interesting. He's reserved the character art for sketches. He doesn't really like to paint that. There we go, that's a bit better. That reminds me a lot of the movie, The Goblin King. You know what? I kind of hated those movies when I saw them in theaters. I saw them at 60 frames a second. The first one was like, hey, that was good. The second one was like, okay. And the third one was like, whoa, that was garbage. And I rewatched them, the extended versions, and I like them. It's like, I've digested how they are. The extended versions, I think, bring them to life a lot better, and they're just crazy movies. And they're really fun. The action's is nuts, and you just kind of accept how nuts it is, and you get over the fact that it's all green screen. At least it's still Lord of the Rings, and then, I don't know, I like The Hobbit. I'm looking forward to the Search for Gollum movie. Look at Bilbo, he's like balding. Gandalf. This is how I had The Hobbit on my shelf up until this bad boy, I was about to get up on there. Let's see what it looks like next to it. Look at that. The foil of Gollum on there, so cool. And then here's a foil of them going to the mountain or something. This is my old version of The Hobbit, which is on Amazon, and it came with a cover sleeve, and I just took it off because I preferred how it looked without it. And I actually thought I put that cover sleeve to the side. I was gonna pull it out and show you, but I cannot find where I put it, so I might have thrown it away. But I loved the etching, this ink on here. They made a deluxe version that came in like a box like this. I don't think it had this etching on the side, and I don't know, I was fine just to get this one. The map, it came with a map as well. And this one has all of Tolkien's art. Otherwise, everything looks the same. Like the quality, I'd say, is on par. It's in green. Yeah, I read that cover to cover. Books should be read. And then here's my Lord of the Rings. And I think I actually I had it on my bedside at one point, and I spilled some water, so there's some water logging on there. And then this is peeling for some reason. But this one's so discounted on Amazon. Otherwise, the cover seems fine, the condition. Oh, let's compare the backs, man. That Lord of the Rings one is heavy. So yeah, they should look very good next to each other. You can see the water logging from my spilled drink. So sad, but whatever, man. Of course, if you want to see more about this set, you can go online. I'm not gonna pull them all apart and show you. To be honest, I read almost everything digitally on e-readers, but if it's the right book, then a book is the way to go. To have no slip covers, and that's what's good about those boxes is they, even though they got a little wet, these seem fine. Good reference to have, Tolkien's art, Alan Lee's art. This one, the font, yeah, it's like half the size. I found that harder to read, so then I was like, I'm just gonna keep reading Lord of the Rings on my e-reader. So you can compare the size there. I would say it's almost half. But my experience reading The Hobbit in book form was nice. I would like a big font version of this. Maybe you just split up, because each book is like 2 books. Give me each of those in large font, then I'll read the physical book. Then you'll get me. Otherwise, they kind of just stay on my shelf. And well, since I got it open, here's the rocks, this stream, and then for The Hobbit, oh, looks like Rivendell. What do you think? Is that Rivendell? Definitely has like a printed look. What I mean by that, like I can see maybe just the pages, it looks like it was a printer that was running out of ink a little bit, if I'm gonna be critical. It does not bother me. But yeah, I don't know where else that would be. Looks like Rivendell the way it is in the movie. I'd say this one has the best, I don't know what you call that, the page printing. That is so dope. Love it. But you see, I got a little bit of just splashes on here too, and it damaged it. I mean, if you're gonna collect books and you want to keep them perfect, then don't read them. Then what is the point of collecting books? What's the point of collecting anything if you're not gonna use it? I mean, I get it because I do it, and then I regret it later because it's just sitting on my shelf and it's not doing anything. And it's just taking up space, and then a year later, I don't even appreciate it anymore. I just see it sitting there rotting, and it has to be like super important to you. Oh my gosh, these did get waterlogged. Gosh dang it. Oh, there's the interior of my Lord of the Rings box. That is epic. Pretty good. I imagine they will do the Silmarillion next. You'll get from Folio Society, put that right there. And then Unfinished Tales, and then who knows if they'll keep going after that. I think Alan Lee has illustrated a whole bunch of them, so it's possible. Yeah, let me show you what I mean by this string. See that? See how much that frayed? So I finally just put that tape on there. Otherwise, the whole thing was just gonna peel apart. So, lame. Love your books.
An heirloom to pass down to your children. Generations will be able to experience the wonder of Tolkien's tinier Middle-earth tale. Pictures will help the mostly illiterate like me enjoy a novel that's more than just a bunch of words. Lose yourself in the music. That is, the Hobbit Deluxe Alan Lee version.
Okay, just a little edit here. So it looks like the Folio Society version is actually way bigger. Perhaps that version of The Lord of the Rings is the ultimate large font one to have. But look at the price tag on eBay. It seems I have a new and rather expensive quest ahead of me now. Man, I wish I had more money.